Hello and welcome to another episode of the Dad Strength Podcast. I am your host, Richie Leahey. Today, we're going to be keeping it up with our most essential items for dads. But before, I'm going to go ahead and start just a little note about what's been going on. So our daughter, she's about maybe 1.5 or so, a little bit over that. She has started to give up her nap. And I've been worried about daylight savings time. That's going to happen this weekend. I've been wondering how that's going to affect her. And so I've been worried about it for a few weeks now. And she started to get her other teeth. So I thought we were out of the woodwork with the teeth. I knew there was like maybe a couple left that she has to get. And I was hoping that they could be in for a while and then she could have some stability. But recently, and I know that it happens sometimes around this age, she started to drop her nap. So it's kind of frustrating. I don't want to force her to nap. A lot of the week, I'm not even around during nap time, being at work and stuff. So how it started was she would constantly rearrange her crib. And so I took it as a chance to go ahead and modify it for her so that she could sit in it like a bigger girl. And that's what I did as I took the bumpers off. We removed her mobile and most of the other things that were in the crib. So she was just down to a sheet, blanket, and her stuffed animal. And then we had her soother, which is like a musical thing, which I'll probably bring in and show on video for one of the YouTube episodes. And it helps her sleep, so we kept it in. And she uses it to try to fall asleep. But it's like she can't fall asleep right now. So what she does is she's been rolling around. She rolls around, tries to fight it. You can see that she's kind of frustrated herself. And so she's been ripping off the mattress cover. So we've been throwing the fitted sheet. We've been throwing that right out of the crib. And saying like, all right, if you don't want it, then if you take it off, we're going to take it out. I'm not going to keep putting it on the mattress every time you take it off in the middle of the night or even a nap. And so we had to fight that. But other than that, I mean, she's been fine when we don't give her a nap. She actually tries to go to bed a little bit earlier. And so that works out for me because that means that we can go ahead and throw her down and she can play for a bit. And if she doesn't fall asleep, it's actually not too bothersome for me. And at the end of the night, like I said, she's tired at the end of the night, so we can throw her down and she'll fall right asleep. And we did have trouble before when we'd force her to nap. She would nap late and then she would be playing in her crib at night. So she might have just lost her nap for a little bit until she starts to get tired. I do notice that if we go somewhere in the morning, which we're planning on going to the St. Patrick's Day parade tomorrow. And so in the morning, we're going to go to that. They're having a special exhibit at the Child Museum, I think, the Children's Museum. So we're going to try to hit that up too. And when we go up there, that's when, right around noon, if we go back around that time, she'll normally fall asleep. It's not that far of a drive, 10, 15 minutes. It depends on where we park and stuff. But she'll be asleep for like 10 minutes of the drive. And whenever she does that, then she doesn't go back to sleep. So that's our fight right now with her. Not really trying to push her to sleep, but it is good to just let her kind of go and dictate her own pace. Now, when she's tired, she'll tell you that she's tired. She'll try to lay down, curl up on you. She'll even go and stand on the steps and point upstairs, like towards her room. And so that's good. And then my only worry is like whenever the weather starts to get a little bit better, we might have her not want to go to bed. And so that would be like our only problem if she's like fighting it or if she's doing something other than that. But right now she'll tell you she wants to go to bed. She'll tell you that she takes a bath. And when we stopped giving her bottles. And that's kind of when the switch happened. And then a couple weeks after that is when she gave up her nap. But beforehand, we made her switch to stop rocking her to bed at night. And she started to put herself to sleep. And so you can tell at nap that she's trying to do whatever she does to put herself to sleep at night. She just isn't able to do it. And so our routine went from giving her a bottle, like giving her a bath some nights, brushing her teeth, then giving her a bottle. We kind of rotated that because you're not supposed to give them milk after you brush your teeth. You're not supposed to have bottle milk right before bed because it will sit in their mouth and the sugar will hurt the teeth. So we give a bottle. She watches either one of her cartoons or like a foreign language show right before bed. While she has a bottle, we turn all the lights off and she'll sit on the couch and get that. And then she takes the bottle there. That's whenever she'll point upstairs and we'll go ahead and give her a bath real quick, throw a nighttime diaper on her, and then a rock her for a little bit, read her a song after brushing her teeth. If she doesn't need a bath, then it's a little bit quicker. We will let her watch TV while she drinks her bottle. Most of the time, sometimes the TV might not even be on. Depends on what kind of mood she's in. But she'll sit down either way. So she'll drink the bottle, and then she'll want to go upstairs. You take her right upstairs. We throw a nighttime diaper on, and then we go ahead and put clothes on. And then after that, we take her and brush her teeth, if I didn't say that already. And after that, then we read a story while I rock her. If she's really tired, she will go ahead and rock with you. And eventually she'll just say, like, hey, bed. And she'll point like she wants to go down. And sometimes she'll start her little soother. She'll start the music for it, which is kind of nice because she can go ahead and do that. And once she does that, then you know that she's out for the night. Other times she'll say bed and she'll sit there whenever you leave the room. Like, I don't like to go back in. Let her go crazy. It doesn't bother me. So that's what we've been up to. So it works out pretty well. I just hope that she either gets back to getting into her nap or we can find a routine. It actually makes it easier for us to do stuff on the weekend if she doesn't nap, because her nap was like from 1 to 3, which is right in the middle of the afternoon. So it makes it hard to do something. Then whenever she wakes up, she wants to eat. And so from there, you want to make sure that she's able to do whatever she needs to do before she goes to bed. If she doesn't eat, we try to go somewhere. We need to be able to make it back in time to do her nighttime routine. We can't go out before, because then you have the nighttime routine usually starts around 7 or so. With the daylight savings time, it's going to be a little bit different, but we're just trying to get it into a place where that can go ahead and get set for her. And then that's pretty much it. So I'll give you guys another update next week. For the essential items list, I talked about plastic books, and they're like the little flexible plastic books you can throw in your bag. I like them because they are very durable, and it's nice to have handy. You don't have to worry about them ripping a page whenever they're younger. So they're an infant age. They can see how books work. They're usually like 2 or 3 pages. You can flip through. The basically waterproof. So with the waterproof, you can go ahead and throw them in the tub as well. So that works out well. There's really no downside to having them. Teach them how to read. They're pretty easy to memorize for children. So it also helps them go ahead and get their vocabulary down. They know the books. They'll try to read the book. They'll memorize a little bit. They'll flip through the book, stay with the paces. Here we go, here we go, here we go. And then work on from that. So that's what the most essential item is for this week. Yeah, there's different types of books, but for younger kids, new dads, you want that essential item. That is going to be the list. Now, I might change the list instead of being essential items from all dads to essential items for new dads, and try to keep it as that kind of like a living document where people can vote. But I'm not really sure. But that's the direction I'm leaning in right now, especially with changes to the site. So for the site, Dad's Strength is now under the Leahey report, and I've talked about it on my other podcast, I think, maybe some on this one, but basically I'm consolidating. I'm back to looping around, putting everything on one site. The traffic number is kind of like fractured after we split away from Socially Numb. I could see searching. People still wanted to search for it, and so the Socially Numb site kind of got rolled into the Leahey report as well, because I do photography and stuff, so it's just a little bit easier for me to manage. And I moved it from GitHub pages just to Blogger because it's easier for me. I can go ahead and start to schedule some posts if I'm working on them, make some final updates, and then they'll go. Since I do this on a weekly basis, it's a little bit easier for me than having to take time especially with Dad Strength. Been launching it Friday evenings. Take time out of my routine to go ahead and finish the show and get it uploaded and posted and everything. It was becoming something that I wanted to just automate. And so if there's some bugs, if there's some lagginess going, please let me know if you notice it. But I'm trying to get everything up to go and ready to work as smoothly as possible. Again, trying to keep the podcast just about 15 minutes or so. I'm going to try to do that, try to not fill the whole thing up with the essential items, kind of try to bring it back a little bit more personal of a show, talk about some of the just things that are happening in our developmental stage as she gets a little bit older. She's going through some of the charts that I've talked about before. So I feel it's a good evolution of the show. The videos will still be up. I had one, again, auto-posting those as well, so hopefully they've been posting the right dates and stuff. If the dates don't really line up, I guess it really doesn't matter as long as they're available. And so I'm going to try to link to them somewhere on the page, maybe even just the channel. I think I can have it set up so that there are different playlists maybe. Just have a parenting playlist, and I can link to that from the Dad Strength one. So if you're only interested in the parenting ones, they'll be on there. But again, I'm moving everything into one site. If you didn't see it already, it should redirect. If you have trouble with the HTTPS, I don't know if there's going to be a way for me to beat around it, where right now Dad Strength is HTTPS, blah, blah, blah. If you put that in, it might give you a security error connecting to the new domain. Just delete the HTTPS or go to RichieLeahey.com. That will take you directly to the site. The other thing with that, try to think of what I was going to say. The podcast itself and everything is going to be hosted there. And so with the descriptions of them, I've been expanding them. And so you're going to see those update a little bit more. And the actual feed, I know if you link directly to the podcast feed, some of them have descriptions and URLs. I'm still updating those. So be patient with those. They'll be coming. It's to enhance the show, enhance the visibility, increase the visibility, get things up there. I'm going to start tweeting them out, trying to promote them more on social media now that I'm getting more comfortable. But I want to make sure that the Leahey report is up to date before I start to do that. So I'll probably start tweeting those out eventually over time, trying to get people to look at my stuff. So those will be out there. Go ahead and check those out. Follow me, Richie Leahey, on Twitter. Again, I'll be promoting some more of my stuff, trying to get into more of a groove with it, and just giving some more general commentary on parenting and things. So, hope you enjoyed the episode. Keep coming back for more every Friday. I'll be putting videos up. Eventually, the videos are going to stop syncing up with the show, and then it will just be the show from then on. So, please check us out. Keep listening. If you have any questions or concern, please let me know. And you've been listening to Dad Strength with Richie Leahey.